Hey guys, how's it going? I hope y'all are having an absolutely phenomenal day. It's just Joshua once again. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over an Archer speed build. I call it a 2-button speed farm because realistically I only use 2 buttons for most of it. I do incorporate some other abilities, but the majority of the entire build is just 2 buttons, and other ones are optional but not needed. So I'll go over the main 2, and then I'll tell you basically my other options and things you can throw in, and then I'm going to give you a prime example using these brand new forest ensnarement. I can't even pronounce. Yeah, the tree was in the way. Forest of Ensnarement. If you haven't went in here yet, it's actually really cool and really good rewards, so I highly suggest doing it. But anyways, on with the build. So we're going to be using what I have set as Q, which is Quiver Charge. Now if we go and look at Quiver Charge, I'm using the purple one. So what Quiver Charge does to begin with is it charges 1 Wind Force arrow every 13 seconds, recovers 100 energy upon use on a 30-second cooldown. It's casted on yourself as a buff, and it increases accuracy by 50. Now, that accuracy by 50, by the way, is a permanent buff. It does not go away. It does not fall off when it's off a cooldown. It doesn't do it. It just stays. So it's a free 50 accuracy. That is huge. Like, in my opinion, it's kind of OP. But anyways, what this purple one does is it says it pauses Wind Force arrow enhancement consumption for 20 seconds. So these are your Wind Force arrows. It says shoots 3 Wind Force arrows per stack with charges when certain skills hit targets. Depending on the number of targets, you can gain up to 6 Wind Force arrows. Deals 50 power as nature damage and decreases 10 energy of hit enemies. So you can also gain those by hitting your tab button, which recovers 100 energy upon use on 30-second cooldown. Kinda cool how that, they're both recover energy in 30-second cooldowns. You know what I mean? You see what I'm getting at? But anyways, you see how this is on a countdown. As soon as it hits 7 seconds, it replenishes because it's on a 20-second timer, but every 13 seconds it auto replenishes. Now, when I hit Q, you'll see it turns gold. But before that, I'll show you my left mouse button is Gale Dash, and you see how it uses some of those to cast more Gale Force arrows. Now you can hit tab to get all 5 back, but now if I hit Q, they turn gold, and I can constantly spam my Gale Force. So that's that part of the build. Now Gale Force, or Gale Dash. Gale Dash slides you in a direction and then shoots 3 arrows. Consumes 40 energy, and it uses Wind Force arrows. It's typically a 10-second cooldown. However, if you move it to Agile Gale Dash, it consumes stamina instead of energy, removes all cooldown, and grants evade. So to make this build work properly, I have a bunch of damage over here, but the main thing we're going to focus on is this stamina recovery. And the max stamina. Now, I know some people are going to ask, what about the rest of my mana tree? So I'm going to run through it real quick because everybody always attacks me in the videos where I don't show everything. So I went with main stats, versatility, max weapon, max min, working on crit power, and that's all for this tree. I got magic aggregation, snipe, support bombing, and check. And then over here, I got Scholar, Precise, Cycle, and then Masterful Magic. That's what I'm personally running for the mana level. And if you have any questions about this, I'm going to make a completely separate video on Season 2 Mana Tree sometime soon. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and like. And I'm going to be releasing that to help y'all because this season's kind of weird. I don't like the mana, but we got to deal with what we got. So I use that, and then on top of that, I got these boots. I bought them off the marketplace. I know I didn't upgrade knights, but somebody else was selling them. But they increase natural stamina recovery by plus 900. So that basically feeds into our Gale Dash. I also bound Gale Dash to my left mouse button to make it way easier to just brain dead farm. So we're going to use our Quiver Charge, which pauses our Gale Force arrows, and we're going to use this, which basically you just dash. All you do is dash around and it auto turrets everything. And that's pretty much the entire build. Now, like I said, if you ever have your stacks fall off, you can hit tab to get your 5 Wind Force arrows back immediately and then Quiver Charge out of it to pause it and maintain those 5 stacks. And then the other thing I use is this Tornado. I just use base. I don't put any upgrades into it. But it increases your dodge by 300 when inside and pushes back all the enemies and also does damage to them. Also stealths you. It's kind of cool for PvP. We don't really use that in this scenario. But what is nice is the fact that I basically use it as a padding. So when enemies are attacking, I'll do this while I'm waiting for my Gale Dash and stuff to come back off a cooldown. And then by time this is done, because it's on an 8-second, it lasts for 8 seconds, by the way. And it's on a 30-second cooldown as well. So what I'll do is I use my Quiver Charge and my Gale Dash for the full 20-second duration. And then obviously there's some human input delay and, you know, everything else. So then I'll cast a Tornado, and by the time the Tornado is done, my Quiver Charge and my Quiver Charge and my 5 stacks have come back up again. So then I can just Gale Dash around until that 20 seconds is gone and then Tornado again. And that's pretty much my rotation. So it's technically a 3-button farm, but all the damage is coming from Quiver Charge and Gale Dash. So that's enough talking your ear off. I'm going to just go show you. I'm doing the easiest. I know this doesn't really prove anything. By the way, I'm going to show you guys my gear real quick just so you can see I'm severely under geared. And for those of you who get it, will also understand how broken this really is. I just have the starter weapons. I don't even have full gems. I'm running 33 yellow, 21 red, and then basically 12 of everything else. I got the +3 beginner's gear and everything. None of them have good stats on them whatsoever. Like, I got healing and max energy on my weapon, you know, damage reflection and crit hit resist. Like, none of this stuff matters at all. It's trash. 400 gear score, nothing crazy. And so with that being said, I'm gonna just go in here and show y'all. I don't like this first area. I prefer the swamp. Get out of me, swamp. This place is like an ogre. It has layers. Shrek reference for those of you who get it. Anybody who realized that before I said that's the real OGs? Okay, so here's this. I'm already being attacked. So we're already at 5 stacks, so we press our Q. That's our Quiver Charge. And I bound Gale Dash to our left mouse button. Now look, I can literally hold this in and look at that. And after I run out of stamina, every time there's 3,000 back, it just keeps going. Now, you can see it says 4 seconds down in the gold. We're almost out. And then as soon as we run out, what we do is we hit Tornado. And then I'll like multi-shot just because to get some extra damage out while in this phase, waiting for our Q to come back up. And then we Quiver Charge again and start Gale Dashing again. And what's nice is you can see these arrows, they automatically target anything within range. Like, I don't even have to aim. It just automatically targets. And now it's down again. Now we Tornado again. Wait for Q to come back up. Q's up. Now we do it again. And you could see how much damage is going out without, like, even having good gear. And these aren't any easy animals. You could see, like, they have, like, 20k to 40k HP. And I have no gear for it. So, like, when I'm in actual appropriate item level, this is a one-shot, pretty much everything in the area build. I just figured I'd show you a little bit harder content because why not? And as you could see, like, I didn't even use my Tornado there. And it's still good. Like, look at that. Everything just dies. Now, once I actually have proper gear, projectile damage, crit damage, more weapon damage, you know, the whole ordeal, this will be a lot stronger of a build. But right now, I just got to make do with what I got, unfortunately. And also, I spam multi-shot too. I think I said that, but I use that when my stuff's down, so just to put out extra damage and increase kill speed. But other than that, this is the entire build. It's easy mode. I just dash, and you'll notice the evade pop up above my title. In between, every time I'm doing that, I can't take damage, so you don't really even have to heal or use potions in this build. It's nice. Quiver charges back up, dash again, watch the EXP roll in. And that's pretty much the build. I mean, it's really fun. It's obviously really efficient. This is one of the new areas. You can see I'm getting tons of EXP here. And then we'll do one more pull just to show you guys. And then I just honestly hold in my left mouse button when I'm doing this, and that's why I have it bound to the mouse, because every time it hits 3,000 stamina, it just auto casts it again. And then tornado. And yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching. You know, if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, as always, make sure to drop them down in the comments. If you'd like to see any PvP with this build, I use the same build for PvP. I kind of use it a little differently, but let me know. I'll do that too. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all. I'm really happy with this class. For those of you who've seen my Mystic and, you know, known me since launch, you'll know that I've been actually waiting for Archer or some kind of Ranger. I only really played Mystic because Elyon had no other classes that really fit my playstyle, but my main in World of Warcraft was a Ranger. You know, I'm typically used to playing DPS ranged classes, whether they be Sorcerers or Rangers. So I'm pretty excited about this Archer build. It may even be my new main. I'm going to test it out a little bit more, but I'm really happy with it. I just found this cheese build while I was doing stuff, and like I don't have much of anything else unlocked. So, you know, I got to keep testing some stuff. However, I wanted to share that with you guys so you can maybe try Archer and enjoy it yourselves. So thanks for watching as always. And let me know if you guys want to see anything else. It's just Joshua signing out.